Headlines, I'm Megan McDonald. A little movement in conference standings after week 3 of WAC play. But before we get to that, let's talk men's hoops. Former WAC champ New Mexico State traveling to CSU Bakersfield, who heading into the weekend was undefeated in conference play. It was number 2 and number 3 in the WAC standings. We knew this was going to be a game to watch. Let's take you right up to those highlights. Runners fans brought it. Sold out crowd over in Bakersfield. First half, Bakersfield's Ali Ahmed bringing it in the paint. He had 12 points and 15 boards on the day. A few minutes later, Brent Rapp to Diedrich Basil. The Aggies only shot 28% from the field in the first half compared to the Runners' 46%, as CSUB led by 11 going into the second half. I don't know what Aggies head coach Marvin Menzies said to his team at the break, but whatever it was, it worked. Aggies shot nearly 48% from the floor in the second half to tie it up at the end of regulation. And we're heading into OT. Jalen Arrington, beautiful shot for CSUB, and then there's Siakam for the Aggies going back and forth, and we're all tied up again going into second overtime. Arrington, three-pointer, good, but wait, Runners miss a free throw, and Baker gets down the court with 7 seconds left, shoots a 3 on the buzzer, and New Mexico State takes it 68-67. What a game. UTRGV at Seattle U, first half, Manrup Claire, corner 3, good. Claire hit 3 straight threes to take a 32-27 lead into the second half. Jaden Cohey to Jack Crook with a layup. Crook went 8 of 12, finishing with 16 points and 4 boards. Sweet spin move by Brendan Westendorf there. Manny Chibogwu and then William Powell, all 5 of those guys scored in double digits to lift the Redhawks over the Vaqueros 70-59. Take a look at the current standings. Grand Canyon, just one of 2 schools in the entire nation with 18 wins. The Lopes, undefeated in conference play, is in first place in the WAC standings. New Mexico State went from 3rd place to 2nd place this week with that win over CSU Bakersfield. The Runners only dropped 1 spot though to 3rd place. Utah Valley sits at 4th at 3-2. Seattle U, UTRGV, and UMKC go 5, 6, and 7. And Chicago State is in 8th place. Moving on over to women's basketball, UTRGV off to one of its hottest starts in program history, 12-7 overall, 4-0 in conference play heading into the weekend. The Vaqueros hosted Seattle U. Seattle U down in Edinburgh, Texas to play UTRGV. Second quarter, Tal Sahar driving in the lane to tie it up 20-all. Fourth quarter, a minute 30 on the clock, Vaqueros down by 8. Nichelle Hyman hits a jumper to cut the lead to 6. Less than 30 seconds in the game, Raquel Preston to Sahar. Sahar kicks it out to Shantae Goff to hit the 3-pointer. Vaqueros closing in on the Redhawks, only down by 3 now. Seattle U ball, but wait, Idel Turk steal. Fast break for the freshman, 14 seconds layup to tie it up 71-71. Down to 6 seconds in regulation, Ashlyn Louie in transition kicks it out to Delaney Perry for a 3-pointer to win it. It's good. The Redhawks win 74-71 to hand UTRGV its first loss in conference play. Another Seattle U game, this time against defending WAC champ New Mexico State. Taylor Ross in the paint, she had 16 points on the day, and the Redhawks lead 17-15 after the first quarter. Shanice Davis to Brooke Salas for the jumper. The freshman came up huge, scoring 20 points, bringing down 7 boards and dishing out 6 assists against the Redhawks. The Aggies really starting to heat up. Davis to Brianna Freeman, jumper, good. And then Salas to Davis, corner 3. Davis added 18 points of her own, and New Mexico State wins it 69-54. Take a look at the current standings. New Mexico State still perfect in WAC play, sitting pretty in first place. UTRGV not far behind them with just 1 loss. Seattle U in 3rd place at 3-2. 3 teams tied for 4th with a record of 2-3. That's Grand Canyon, Utah Valley, and Bakersfield. UMKC in 7th, and Chicago State rounds it out at 8th. With conference play in full swing, let's take a look at who stood out the most in this week's Player of the Week. To no one's surprise, New Mexico State's guard Ian Baker takes home this week's award. On top of that buzzer-beater 3 to beat the Runners on their home court, the junior averaged nearly 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists this week, helping the Aggies pick up a pair of road wins. He posted his first career double-double with 16 points and 10 boards in the win against CSUB. The DC native leads the WAC in free throws and is 32nd in the nation, making 87% from the line. Rebecca Mawini out of Utah Valley is the Women's Player of the Week. The junior helped the Wolverines get 2 wins on the week over UMKC and Chicago State. The forward recorded her first double-double of the season, dropping 11 points and bringing down a career-high 15 boards against the Cougars. Don't forget, you can watch live games on the WAC Digital Network at wacsports.com/live. For more information, check us out at wacsports.com or follow us on Twitter and Facebook.